In today's tutorial, I'm going to guide you through how to draw St. Peter. We celebrate the feast days of St. Peter and St. Paul on June 29th, and I'm going to show you how to draw him using simple lines and simple shapes. For this project, all you need is a piece of paper, a pencil, and something to color with. So just a reminder, you can pause the video anytime you need a little bit more time to draw, and feel free to make any changes that you want to your St. Peter. You can change up his hair, his look. Feel free to get creative with it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to be working on his head. So his head, it's not quite an oval, but it's not quite a rectangle. It's curved like an oval at the top, but at the bottom it's a little bit more wide and squared off because it's creating the shape of his beard. So near the top of my paper, I'm going to start the shape of his head, and I'm going to start my ovalish shape kind of coming down. And as I get to the point where I want his beard to be, I'm going to kind of square it off. So it's a little bit more flat, but kind of curved on the edges. Something kind of like this. And depending on how big you want his beard to be, you can make that really big or really wide. Feel free to customize it to your liking. So we'll come back and we'll add more details to his face and beard later, but in the meantime we're going to be adding in these short diagonal lines for his shoulders. So over on this left side, I'm going to do a small line that's downwards diagonal like this, and I'm going to do the same thing on this right side but going the opposite way, kind of like so. So before I add more to his arms, shoulders, that kind of thing, we're going to be working on his hands since those are kind of in the way. So we're going to start off with this hand that's kind of pointed up. So the overall shape of it is going to be kind of like a mitten. So where these big tall fingers are, it's going to be like the tall part of a mitten and then the little thumb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with kind of like an upside down curve like this for the top pointed fingers. And I'm going to kind of continue that curve on this left side and kind of come around and then up and around for this thumb. So at the beginning, that shape, it's going to look pretty much like a mitten. So we're going to have two of those fingers that are kind of like bent over. So what you're going to do is kind of right about here, halfway on this left side of the hand, I want you to draw a curve, kind of like a sideways letter U. So we're going to split these into multiple fingers. So here you're going to add a line kind of splitting that little U into two fingers, and we're going to split this bigger curve into the two fingers that are pointing up. We're going to work on this hand over here, the fist, so it's kind of like wrapped around the key. So kind of right underneath this part of his shoulder, you're going to start off by drawing in kind of like a squared off oval shape, very similar to what we did for his head. And this is going to be for his fist. And you can make that oval as big or as small as you need to be. We're going to separate that into some fingers. So I'm going to put a line that comes almost all the way across in that center. And then I'm going to add one line above it and one line below it. And so hopefully that will kind of look like the knuckles of that hand. The way that we're going to finish up that hand is we're going to add a small curve, think kind of like a letter C, over here on this left side. And that's going to be for the hint of thumb that's holding the key. Speaking of the key, let's go ahead and add that in. So the first thing that you're going to do is right above the top part of his fist, you're going to put 2 short lines that go straight up and down. Think kind of like the number 11. We're going to do the same thing on this other side. So you're going to do 2 lines that are going to come straight down, and they should kind of line up with these ones up top. To get the bottom of the key, you're going to start off by connecting these 2 lines at the bottom together with a curve. And then I'm going to add this part of the key. So I'm going to start off with 1 line kind of going straight across at the bottom, and another line a little higher up, kind of like this. I'm going to add a little straight up and down line right here, kind of in the middle. And then I'm going to add some little lines like this coming out. And then I'm going to connect these to that center piece. The top part of the key, I just did kind of like a flattened oval shape. Feel free to make it more ornate if you wish. I'm going to start off with a line for that bottom part, kind of extending past the edges of the key, that long slender part, and I'm going to kind of curve it over and around like this. I'm going to add a little curve, kind of like a frown, up at the top. And I wanted this key to have an opening, so I'm going to draw another curve inside, kind of matching the shape, but giving it a little bit of space on the edges. Again, feel free to customize the look of your key however you wish. So we're going to work on this sleeve, finishing up this arm. So over here by the curved fingers, I'm going to do a curve that kind of comes over and down, and then it's going to curve up and connect to the bottom of that hand that's on the left side of the paper. So you can make that more narrow if you want his sleeve a little thinner, or you can poof it up. We're going to work on this side next. So we're going to be adding a line that comes down from where we left off our shoulder, and it's going to come out and down kind of like so. We're going to do kind of like a big U shape, kind of connecting this hand to this part of the sleeve. So I'm going to start mine kind of near this bottom part of the hand and curve over and around, kind of like this. And you can make any adjustments that you need to in your art. But overall, I feel like I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. So we're going to continue on to the sides of his robe. So what we're going to do is we're going to do these lines that create the outer edges of his robe. So kind of starting over here by this sleeve, you're going to draw a line that comes down at an ever so slight angle out like this, and you would just draw that line for however tall you want your St. Peter to be. And we're going to do a similar line on the opposite side, but angled the other direction. So I'm going to put mine about right here, and yeah, just ever so slightly going out into the side. And I'm going to try to match up my sides so they're kind of equal. Next, we're going to draw this line for this part of the robe, so the interior part kind of by his neck and beard. So I'm actually going to start right up near the top, kind of where his beard is, and I'm going to draw a line that pretty much goes straight down. You can angle yours out if you want. And I'm going to have it come down and go just a little past where this line ended. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to start near the bottom of his beard. I'm going to draw a line that pretty much goes straight down. Depending on where his hand is, you might see more or less of that edge, but it's pretty much just going to go straight down, and you want to match it up with the length of that last line we drew. The way that we're going to finish this up, we're going to connect these lines together to create the edges of this robe. So because the inside line was just a little bit longer, these edges kind of come up and connect to my back lines. We're going to add this line here. It's a little bit shorter than the edges of this robe. So right about here, I'm just going to put a line connecting these pieces together. I can see a little bit of the points of St. Peter's shoes sticking out. So they're almost kind of like U shapes, but they're kind of, the one on the left's angled a little bit down towards the left corner, and the one on the right's angled the other direction. So right about here, I'm going to put in my first curved U shape for that foot. And I'm going to add another one over here. And if you wanted to give him sandals or something instead, feel free to change the look of his shoes. So we're going to add in this line here for his waist. So pretty much in line with where the bottom of his elbows are, I'm going to put a line connecting this side to this side. And I'm going to be adding in this top part of his clothing. So I'm going to start by drawing a V shape kind of right here in between this yellow golden robe I have, kind of like that. And the edges are a little bit more flat. So I'm going to add those on top, going towards the left and towards the right. Next, we're going to be working on his ears. So about the middle of that squared off oval shape, I'm going to put a curve for the left ear and a long curve for that right, trying to match them. For his hair, I did some wavy lines to create the edges. So kind of over here on this left side of this oval, I'm going to pull my pencil out and in and out and in, and just kind of stop when I touch his ear. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, kind of curving my pencil out and in into however many waves. Maybe that was too wavy for what I want. But yeah, you can make it as smooth or curved as you want. We have another wavy line, wavy patch of hair here. So starting near the top of his head, I'm going to move my pencil up and down to create some waves for the hair. And I'm going to continue that in and down like that. And since I can see this little bit of oval from that head guideline, I'm just going to erase that since I no longer need that guideline. So we're going to put his eyes and nose in before we get his beard done. So about the middle of the head, I'm going to put 2 simple circles for his eyes. You can get as detailed as you want on his face. Totally up to you. In between his eyes and the bottom of his beard, about halfway, I'm going to put a little curved line, think kind of like a smile. This will be the bottom edge of his nose. And I wanted a little hint of the bridge of his nose on this left side, so I'm going to draw a line that kind of comes up. And that creates like a little hint of the edge of his nose, kind of like that. There are these two slightly downwards lines coming down from the nose. So one kind of goes down towards the left and stops at the edge of the face. The other one comes down and towards the right, like this. So I added these two bumps here to create kind of like a hint at like a mustache. So I'm kind of starting right here in the middle underneath the nose. I leave a little bit of space and I curve one line over and towards the left and another line that comes over and towards the right. And then last but not least, I'm going to put in some eyebrows. So I'm going to start with a line at the top, come down a little bit, and then I'm going to thicken that up. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, kind of thick eyebrows. So whenever you finish your drawing, the only thing left to do is color it. So when I color, I love to use markers because that's what shows up well on camera. And I love to first outline my pencil with micron pens, kind of like this, to help everything stand out. You can use whatever you have at home, and I'll turn on some music and we'll get back together in a little bit. Thank you so much for following along. I would love to see how your drawings turned out. Feel free to tag me or send me an email, and know that I post new Catholic-inspired art tutorials here on my channel every month. I have a Buy Me a Coffee page and art supply wish list if you'd like to support the channel, and I want to remind you that you are loved. God loves you very much, and He loves your artwork very much. Thank you so much for following along, and I'll see you in the next video.